the pillar cap, I'm your friend to the end. You know I got your back. I'm loyal to every trigger finger, so every time you squeeze, I kick out so much heat, I bring any man to his knees. I'm Mr. Trey 5'7", fool, you know me. I'm the reason why your punk ass got locked up for that murder beat. Cause after all, I'm only a gun, and a gun ain't got no love. Remember that when you feel me up with Smiley Point Slug.
Greetings to my gentle viewing audience. Come to you this evening after the deaths of 19 innocent children and at least one teacher at Robb Elementary School. And of course, now you have these powerful politicians, most of them white, calling for more gun control laws. But what you heard at the beginning is a rap from 34 years ago. Think about 34 years. The artist is Sibo, C-B-O. The song is 357. You should listen to the entire song, as he is rapping from the perspective of the gun, which is why you hear him say, I'm loyal to every trigger finger. Gun's just an inanimate object. I'm going to be loyal to whoever possesses me at that point in time. He continued on to rap, because after all, I'm only a gun, and a gun ain't got low love. Remember that when you fill me up with them hollow point slugs. Because a gun has no enemies. Gun doesn't care. Yet, Joe Biden is jumping up, talking about we need more gun control laws. But hold on one more moment. Let me show you another clip.
Harry killed Dave. A man out of his senses killed Dave. He's no more responsible for what he did than a gun would be. It takes something to trigger it, just as it took something to turn Harry Whitman loose. Every one of you men in that courtroom, too deaf to listen to Rose Whitman, had a hand in Dave's death. You made Harry Whitman your responsibility, and then you went home and you forgot about it.
This just makes matters worse in that clip was from approximately 63 years ago. The show is called Rawhide. It's got Eric Fleming as Gil Favor, the man who was speaking, and you likely notice Clint Eastwood, who stars as Rowdy Yates. Just to give you the gist of it, hey, the woman tried to have her granddad committed. Hey, my granddad's nuts. But during the courtroom trial, no one wanted to hear that shit. And look, all of them were white, just like all of the liberals, or the majority of the liberals, are white with their bail reform, with their defunding the police, making shit more dangerous for everybody else. But I don't want to sidetrack. But you just heard Gil Favor state from 63 years ago, hey, everyone in the courtroom too deaf to listen to Rose is guilty in Dave's death. You see, and just like every liberal who put policies in place, such as restorative justice, which let the Buffalo shooter escape. The Buffalo shooter who went to the mental hospital, I think he stayed a day or something and was released. But that should have still been on his record. And that would have prevented him from purchasing a gun. The gun he used to kill 10 people in Buffalo, most of them black. White people will be the death of the black folks. Shit, they've already started. But I don't want to digress. Let's talk about Robb Elementary School. We'll see if there are any warning signs for that particular school shooter that were ignored. Because anyone who ignored those signs, just as with Buffalo, and just as Gil Favor said, pretty much if you were too deaf to listen to the warning signs and to do something about it and to allow him to gain possession of a gun, you are just as responsible for the deaths of those 19 innocent children and any adults who died. You are responsible, not the gun. Hold on, gentle viewer. Yet Jackass Joe, while he was on Air Force One, learned about the shooting. And probably before the plane even landed, somebody handed him they probably typed it up for the teleprompter so that he could call for more gun control laws. This should just go to show you as you citizens, because I'm speaking to the citizens of the United States of America, that Joe Biden hates your fucking ass. He surely does. Gun control laws are already on the books in all 50 states. It may take different shapes and sizes, but there are gun control laws on the books. What the hell makes Jackass Joe think that if there is a new one, that the criminals will now obey the new gun control law? Because they don't obey the other ones. Why the hell would they obey a new one? Only thing that gun control laws do is make law-abiding citizens easier targets for the criminals in our society. Hold on one more time. My apologies, but I ran out of vitamins. But let's look at this as a whole. First, you talk of they, mostly white people, talked of defunding the police. Let's take money away from the police. And then they, white people, said they demonized the police. No, we don't need armed police at our school. Don't come to our school. Oh, I was triggered because I saw the school resource officer. Now, many school resource officers are not armed. Let's start with that. 2, at the whatever school district Robb Elementary is located in, they have a total of 3 school resource officers. I can't say whether they're armed or not, but I'm fairly sure they have more than 3 schools in their school district. So you don't have 1 officer per school. And if my information is correct, there was no resource officer at Robb Elementary School, which made it a lot easier for Ramos to enter the school and then barricade himself in the school. Who created the powder keg that exploded? White people. And you had other white people that just jumped on the train. You even had black people jump on the train. No police at my child's school. And instead of talking about, or instead of apologizing and going back to law enforcement and saying we were effing idiots. We were so stupid, we didn't realize that if we pulled you out of the school, somebody was going to go and kill our children. Although, hell, just as easy as 2 + 2 is 4, I really don't see how the F any parent would say they don't want a school resource officer, an armed school resource officer at their campus. The school resource officer could just sit at that one entrance. They go into school, there's the one entrance. You have to go through this door to get in there. And I guarantee you, Ramos would have turned back. And if he didn't, school resource officer could have called for backup. But let's not talk about what if. Let's go to, what did I say there? Defund the police, remove the resource officers, and gun control laws. So they enact those laws, and those laws disproportionately affect the black community in a negative fashion. So you have fewer law enforcement officers in the streets because they resigned and went to go make money somewhere else. Then you have fewer citizens with guns. So now I'm disarmed because you came up with a gun control law. 3, criminals don't give a damn what law is on the books. They want your stuff and they will kill you for it. And you're standing there like a big ass dummy after voting for people who have private security guards. Look at Cori Bush, I guess it is, whatever that woman's name is in St. Louis. Went to defund her police department, but it's spent over, I believe, $500,000 on private security for herself. Bottom line, I really don't understand how people in the future can be dumber than the people in the past. You just had two examples showing that in the past we knew guns do not hurt people. People hurt people. And for whatever the fuck reason, folks have forgot. That's it. That's all, gentle viewer. Don't fall for the okie doke. Gun control laws do not work. I'm out.